Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our travel podcast. Today, we are going to explore one of the most charming destinations in Vietnam, Hoi An Ancient Town. And stick around to the end because this little town had a secret in its past that completely changed how you see it. The crossroads of history. Hoi An is located in central Vietnam, around 30 kilometers from Danang. Hundreds of years ago, the Thu Bon River was an important trading route. Ships from many countries arrived here carrying silk, spice, ceramics, and other valuable goods. During the 16th and 17th centuries, Hoi An becomes one of the busiest trading ports in Southeast Asia. Merchants from China, Japan, India, and Europe came to live, work, and exchange products here. And here's a fun detail. Archaeologists have found pieces of Vietnamese ceramic pottery from Hoi An trading days as far away as the Sinai Peninsula in Egypt. Just think about that for a second. Products made right here in this small riverside town travel all the way across oceans and deserts, ending up in places thousands of kilometers away. That's how important this little boat really was. Over the centuries, Hoi An actually have a few different names. Locals once called it Hoài Phố. Foreign traders, especially European sailors, called it Phai Pho. Eventually, the name Hoi An stuck, and that's what we call it today. So the name Hoi An means a peaceful meeting place or a place of peaceful gathering. Hoi means to gather, meet, or come together. An means peace, safety, or tranquility. Together, Hoi An represents a place where people come together in peace. So a quick language note, if you ever visit, you'll hear locals say Xin chào, that is hello in Vietnamese. Keep the one in your pocket, we'll come back to it. Walking through ancient architecture. One of the first things visitors notice in Hoi An is its unique architecture. The houses are usually long and narrow, often called tube house. In the past, people had to pay taxes based on the width of their house. Because of this, they built homes that were narrow but extended deep inside. Many ancient houses have small courtyards in the middle. This space allows sunlight and fresh air to enter the house. The famous yellow walls of Hoi An are not just beautiful, they help reflect the heat, keeping the houses cool during the hot summer days. Let's discover some famous ancient houses. One of my favorite spots is Danang Ancient House. It's over 200 years old, and inside you can literally see Vietnamese, Chinese, and Japanese design details all in one building. Carved wooden beams, special tiles, and decorations that tell stories from each culture. Another beautiful house is Phùng Hưng Ancient House, which belonged to a wealthy merchant family. Walking inside feels like stepping straight into the past. Then there are the assembly halls, which are honestly stunning. The Fujian Assembly Hall is one of the largest, with a huge red gate, peaceful gardens, and detailed dragon carvings. The Cantonese Assembly Hall is just as impressive, full of intricate stone and wood art. These halls were built by Chinese communities who settled here generations ago, and they're still full of life today. But if there's one symbol that represents Hoi An more than anything else, it's the Japanese covered bridge, also called Chùa Cầu. This bridge is around 400 years old, built by the Japanese community living in Hoi An at the time. It has this beautiful curved wooden roof, and honestly, at night, when the lanterns light up and the bridge reflects on the water below, it looks like something out of a fairy tale. A foodie's paradise. Hoi An is a dream for food lovers. The flavors here are simple, fresh, and deeply connected to the town's trading history. Cao lầu. You can't live without trying this. It's a unique noodle dish with thick noodles, pork, herbs, and crispy rice crackers. People say the authentic taste comes from the local well water. Cơm gà, chicken rice. The rice is cooked with chicken broth to give a rich yellow color and a savory flavor. It's comforting and unforgettable. Bánh mì phượng, made famous by its crispy on the outside, soft on the inside bread. This sandwich is a masterclass in balance, a little sweet, salty, spicy, and very fresh. And by the way, there's a fact that surprised a lot of visitors. With under 100,000 residents, Hoi An has well over 1,000 restaurants packed into the town, a restaurant-to-resident ratio that puts even famous food capitals to shame. So, when locals say Hoi An is a thiên đường ăn uống, a paradise for eating, the numbers actually back that up. Evening magic, lanterns and bows. As the sun sets, Hoi An changes completely. The street lights goes out and thousands of colorful steel lanterns glow, bathing the town in a warm golden light. For the most memorable experience, take a wooden boat ride on the White River. While you drift along, you can release a small paper flower lantern onto the water and make a wish for good luck. It's peaceful, quiet, and deeply personal. If you want something a little more lively, Hoi An also have the nightly cultural show called the Hoi An Memory Show, which tells the 400-year story of the town through music, dance, and lights right on a riverside stage. Tailor make memories. Another thing that makes Hoi An special is its world-famous tailoring. Many visitors come here to get custom-made clothes. You can choose your fabric, design, style, and have a beautiful áo dài, the traditional Vietnamese dress, or a perfectly fitted suit made in just a day or two. It's a chance to take a piece of local craftsmanship home with you. The plot twist, how being forgotten saved Hoi An. Okay, here's the twist I promise. For a town this famous, this beautiful, this perfectly preserved, you would think Hoi An has always been treated like a treasure. It wasn't. In fact, Hoi An almost disappeared from history altogether, and the reason it's still standing today is honestly kind of an accident. By the late 18th and 19th centuries, the Tubon River that made Hoi An rich slowly began silting up. Big ships could no longer sail in and dock the way they used to. Around the same time when the French arrived in central Vietnam, they looked at the map and chose Danang instead. Deeper water, better port, more strategic for them. So colonial money, colonial infrastructure, all of it went to Danang. Hoi An was quite literally passed over. For close to 200 years, Hoi An just faded. No new development, no modern construction boom, no port traffic. While other cities were tearing down old buildings to put up new ones, nobody bothered investing in Hoi An because nobody thought it mattered anymore. And that's the twist. That neglect is exactly why the old town survived. While Danang and other port cities modernized and rebuilt over and over, Hoi An just sat there quietly, untouched decade after decade. The same wooden houses that Chinese, Japanese, and European merchants walked through in the 1600s were still standing, basically unchanged, when historians and UNESCO officials finally rediscovered the town in the late 20th century. In 1999, it was named a UNESCO World Heritage Site for exactly that reason. It's one of the only trading posts in the world that survived completely intact. So, in a strange way, Hoi An golden age of glowing lanterns and tourists today only exists because it was abandoned, and forgotten first. Being ignored is what saved it. Before you go, here's a few simple Vietnamese words and phrases you actually use if you visit Hoi An, useful for any total beginner. Vietnamese is a tonal language, which means the same word spelled the same way can mean something completely different depending on the pitch of your voice. Don't worry about being perfect. Locals will appreciate the effort either way. Xin chào, xin chào, hello, cảm ơn, cảm ơn, thank you, không có gì, không có gì, you're welcome or it's nothing. Xin lỗi, xin lỗi, sorry or excuse me. Bao nhiêu tiền, bao nhiêu tiền, how much does it cost? Ngon quá, delicious. Đẹp quá, beautiful. Tạm biệt, goodbye. A fun bit of trivia tied to today's episode. Remember how we said Hoi An means peaceful meeting place? The word Hoi, gather or meet, shows up in lots of other Vietnamese words too, like hội chợ, market fair, or xã hội, society. So once you learn one root word, you start spotting it everywhere in the language. Thank you so much for joining me on this trip to Hoi An today. I hope you enjoy it. If you have any favorite spots in Vietnam, please let me know. See you in the next episode. Bye bye.